Y'all, oh my God, I've had so many people hurt me in my life and betray me. I'm smiling because I'm free now, thank God. But I've been hurt by a lot of people. It's crazy how many people in my life have done things, betray me, to hurt me, lie to me, cheat, all kinds of things, right? I've been through it. And I found myself in seasons of my life where I am so angry. I'm so angry, and I look at my life and I look back, I think I'm so mad that this is what my life is right now. I'm so mad that this is where I am in my life right now. I am so upset. This should have happened. That should have happened. I should have gotten that thing. That person shouldn't have done. And then that's what happens. Is like then you start to think about the people, right? And you want to place blame when you're upset and angry about where your life is or the situation and circumstance that you're finding yourself in. What happens is we feel outside of control of the situation, right? We start to look at where we can place blame. When you feel like you're out of control, you feel helpless and you don't see the way out of the situation. So it becomes so much easier to then want to point fingers and figure out, okay, who can I blame for this situation? Well, that person did that to me, and that person's doing this, and this person that. When we do that, it just creates more anger. It makes us angrier, right? It makes us bitter. It makes us resentful. It just escalates and exacerbates, and it just piles on. What I found is that at some point, I finally got to a place where I was like, you know what? I am so tired and exhausted of feeling this way, and it's not changing anything, and it's making me feel worse, actually. So what do I do? And so what I realized is that the anger and the frustration that I'm feeling and experiencing, it's not changing the situation, right? So how do I move forward? How do I get unstuck? How do I make this situation better, different? And what I realize is that, I have to release it, and I have to release them and stop holding what these people are against me and placing blame, because what you discover in those moments is that what I'm doing is I'm just making myself a perpetual victim of my situations and circumstances. And that's why I feel outside of control, because I've victimized myself. I put that label on myself, right? And I've kept myself stuck in that identity. And what you realize is what's really happening is you have given your power to these other people, or you've given your power away. And when you give your power away, it makes it harder for you to get unstuck and move forward and make powerful decisions and take back control of your life. You've relinquished the control to other people. You've made them more powerful than you, and more powerful than spirit when it comes to like your emotional state, your mental state, And so, but what do you do when you are like you come to this realization, but you're like, but yes, and I don't want to deal with this person anymore. There's a sticky place, right, where you realize, okay, in order to get unstuck, I need to forgive. But in order to forgive, I got to talk to that person, and I don't want to talk to them, and I don't want to deal with them anymore, and they hurt me, and I still feel hurt, and I still feel angry, and I still feel upset. What do I do with that? I don't like, it's hard sometimes to let go of those feelings. You can get addicted almost to being angry and feeling hurt and feeling upset. It gets hard to let it go, because you feel like in order to do so, I have to re-injure myself, have to relive the hurt and the pain, and or I engage with this person in a way that could put me in danger, and I want to stay safe. So here's the thing. Forgiveness is not reconciliation. You can forgive without having to talk to that person again. You can forgive without reconciling the relationship with them. You can forgive with using their behavior. Forgiving isn't saying what they did is okay. Forgiving isn't saying that I'm gonna have a relationship with this person again, or I'm even gonna interact with them. And it's just you making the decision to release what it is that is keeping you stuck, so that you can take your power back and move forward, and stop giving your power away to other people and say, you know what? That happened, shady as fuck. And what that person did to me and the power that they still are holding over me, I'm choosing to let that go, release myself, free myself, so I can move forward, taking my power back, taking back control of my life, And going forward with the wisdom I have gained from that experience, forgiving yourself for what you didn't know when you engaged with that person, or when you said yes to the thing that you should have said no to, or when you can say, I'm wiser now for that, and now I'm moving forward in a new direction with the wisdom I've gained from that experience, with the empathy that I've gained, because now anyone else that I encounter who's had a similar situation, circumstance in their life, I can understand and empathize with how they're feeling, and maybe I can offer comfort, offer support, hold space for somebody that has been in a similar situation, right? So this is all about being able to allow yourself to forgive, not necessarily forget, because we never forget. That's a lie. You don't ever forget, but forgive, release yourself, free yourself, take back control, and move forward with clarity. And that's what the forgiveness ritual is all about. It's a way to forgive, especially when you are not putting yourself back in harm's way by interacting with someone who has hurt you. So check out the ritual. It's on my website, mytherapist.com. Link is in the description or bio, whichever platform you're watching this on. And if you need help with processing or doing the ritual, if you even want to do the ritual together, you can book a reading, book a session, and we can do that if that's what you want to do at the time. So go ahead and visit mytherapist.com. Again, link in the description, link in bio. You can download the free PDF. It's part of my Tiny Rituals for Big Feels series and forthcoming book. We're a little wiggly wobbly here. So stay tuned for more, just the first of many to come. All right, sending you blessings.